going on, people? Welcome back to the channel. Hey, I'm going to do a real quick tech tip for you today. I'm using my Barjack 15 millimeter, and I'm going to talk about pad stalling and rotation, and I'm going to teach you something called, and I've done this in classes before, but it's the 6 variables of machine paint polishing. And when it comes to a dual action, I've added a 7th, right? So there's 7 steps, not steps, but there's 7 variables that dictate and determine the quality of your finish. So guys, they're not getting the result they want, so they just scrap everything, get a new machine, get a new pad, when it could be just a minor tweak. That was the deal with Black GM paint a while back. Just a minor tweak will fix that issue. So we're going to go over that. I am normally a rotary and force rotation guy, but I'll use anything, right? And that's what you should be as a well-rounded detailer, be able to use anything. So I want to show you something. A lot of people, first let's talk about the three first variables. The 3 first variables of the 7 points is the machine. That's one variable, okay? The pad selection that you choose. The third is going to be the liquid that you use. I've got Sonax Perfect Finish here, okay? This is my go-to. So I've got a machine, I've got a pad selection, and I've got Sonax Perfect Finish. Now, real quick, I did some testing today with similar polishing pads. I used Rupes, used some other ones. I got to tell you, the Barjack pads are legit. I like these. They have a little bit more bite than the yellow Rupes polishing pad, but what I like about them, and Barry had told me this, is they're designed to work with this machine. You put these two together, this combo, and use whatever liquid you like, and you got an eating machine. So I would tell you, if you're going to check out the Barjack line, by the way, we have them on the American Detailer Garage website, keep an open mind, because it may be something a little bit different that maybe you're not used to. Same machine, these are nuanced differences from a seasoned detailer telling you the things that I like. All right, so I've got my polish, I've got my pad, I've got my machine. Once I engage the paint, all right, I cannot change that. I can't change machine, pad, and the liquid on the fly. I can't do that. So the 3 variables and the new 4th variable that I can change on the fly during the process is downward pressure. I can apply more pressure, less pressure. I can do that on the fly. I can dial in my tool speed. I can turn that up, I can turn it down. There's sometimes when I'm polishing, I might start out slow, ramp it up, bring it back down, just depending on what's going on. We're going to go over more videos of that in the American Detailer Garage group. And the 3rd is going to be your arm speed, right? And I don't know if somebody's coined the term or not, but inch per second, I think, is what we're going to do. And that's kind of going to give you how slow or how fast you should be working it. You're not going to generate a ton of heat with this, so burning is not going to be a huge issue. But so those are some basics. You got your 3 hard variables. You got your machine, your pad, and your polish, right? Once you engage the paint, you can't change that. The 3 things that you can change is your downward pressure, tool speed, and arm speed. And now with the dual action, because of the spinning and the stalling out of some of them, I'm going to add one more variable. You call it 2, tilt and toe. Tilt is going to be like this. So just imagine there was a level on here, okay? You had a level with a little bubble going back and forth. Now, it's not an exact science, but there's going to be a happy place where this machine is going to level out and you're going to get the correction, you're going to get the rotation that you're looking for. So that's tilt, right? The other one's toe. So toe is going to be this way or this way. A lot of times I'm working in an area down here, say, you won't be able to see it on camera, on the video, right? But I'm holding it, I might be pushing toe, or I might toe in and put more pressure just on this side of the pad, right? So I'm really engaging in this side of the pad. If the pad stalls, I'll do what's called a scrubbing action. I'll scrub it, letting up, go down. Sometimes you let up, go down, find the happy spot where it will continue to turn. I have found that when I put down more pressure, a lot of times it'll engage. It's almost like it's got a clutch system in it. A lot of people, I think, don't apply enough pressure. They're scared, and you're probably not being taught that by your trainers, but they don't want to engage the paint out of fear of burning it. So one of the things I'm going to do with the channel is I'm going to push the limits for you. I recommend everybody start out safe with your technical skill level and your comfort zone, your comfort level. But just keep in mind, these machines can do far more than what we're probably doing with them, okay? So we have, again, polish, pad, machine, hard variables. Then we have on the fly variables, arm speed, downward pressure, tool speed, and then we have the tilt and the toe angle. I'm gonna go ahead and start rocking on this. I'll start over here. I'm gonna work down here on the corner. When I get to the corner, the camera's gonna pan in, and that's where I'm gonna make my point. I'm watching these notches right here. Just rock and roll. It's not gonna stall out too much. A little bit there on the edge, okay? So this is where you adjust your tilt and toe, apply pressure, see where it's stalling out. Maybe I'll scrub that, maybe I'll let up. Okay, we call it burnishing. You might go down here, scrub it, and then bring it up. This is all technique, man. Right? Maybe just dial in your technique. This is not hard and anybody can do it. Like I'm barely holding this thing. So down here on the corner where the problem spot's gonna be at, right here on this convex edge, is where you're gonna start to see some pad stalling. Or it did a minute ago anyway. Okay, but so I might engage this thing right there. See how it's stalling? Okay, it's stalling. Let up, see it's moving now. Push down, it stalls out. Just barely tilt it back. I'm not raising the pressure up, I'm tilting this way. I'm tilting away from it. You don't have to go up, I'm just tilting away from it. I'm gonna go back in, scrub that, I'm gonna lift up. If your pad is stalling out, that's how you're gonna get a uniform finish. So understand two things. So a painted surface, what you're looking for, when you're looking at depth, DOI, distinctiveness of image, when you're looking into that car, it's reflecting light, right? That's what it's doing, it's reflecting light. So you're on a microscopic level sanding that paint. So your depth and best clarity is gonna come from an even, smooth finish, right? Just like you're sanding something nice and smooth. When you're looking at a scratchy surface, it's refracting light. It's like a broken mirror, it's sending light everywhere, right? So it's not bending it back to you. That's the difference in your DOI, distinctiveness of image. Remember that term. Some people call it depth of image. It doesn't matter, it's a body shop term. So that is what we're doing. We're trying to get that finished. I don't want to push down more here and then light over here, right? Because now my paint looks like this, right? And it's going to refract some light. So to get the deepest, it's not even so much the polish you choose, the pad machine, it's your technical skill. That is something that I'm so frustrated with the industry over, because they're not teaching technical skill because they don't have any. So real quick, I'm gonna go back over this. Tool speed doesn't matter, I can turn it all the way up. I have a heavy hand. Another thing I teach people in classes, all right? So this machine starts here and ends here, okay? Where's all the action? All the action is right here in the head of the machine. So if you had a palm sander in your hand, that's essentially what you have, is a palm sander with a stick. Once you engage this, turn the cruise control on, all my focus is right here on this head. See, it's stalling out with light pressure. It's stalling out. I go down and push down, it engages the paint. I lift up, it stalls out. I push down, it engages the paint. We call that letting it eat. Okay? So this video is not about me showing off how well I can polish paint. The video is about showing you what I'm talking about, technical skill that's not being taught. And every car is different. This car has a little bit softer paint, thin paint, it's old paint. Every vehicle is different, every situation is gonna be different. That's what makes a professional detailer, somebody that can adjust on the fly and get the results that he's looking for, man. So maybe we can make some changes in the industry. I'll be more than happy to help any way I can. But until next time, that is your tech video for today. Have a great night. We'll talk soon.